Hey guys, this is Foolish Mortal 42 back with some more World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King, phase 5 I think, but we're leveling our level 44 Draenei Paladin right now, and yeah, level 44. I think I may have lost about an hour of recording, sorry about that. You'll notice I do look a bit different. I picked up, I think, these Tyrant's epaulets, so that we could maybe start some matching. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking out for some more Tyrant stuff, and I got, yeah, some Revenant Gauntlets of the Bear for next level. I think a little bit better than that, a little bit more strength, quite a bit more armor on that as well. And let's see, anything new? I did hit level 44 and spent my point on repentance or maybe judgments of the wise. I can't remember how that shook out, but anyway, we're going to get into fanaticism and sanctified wrath because we did pick up Hammer of Wrath. It's a really good end of fight DPS boost. Basically, it's a big instant cast. Only got a 6-second cooldown, so if you're fighting like a bigger boss, like you can definitely get one or two in there. Um, let's see, Lifeblood. I leveled that up, so now it's a 720 heal. Let's see, Gift of the Naru is now 575. I'm not for sure about this glyph of Seal of Command because we did pick up Judgments of the Wise. Even though we've only got 1 point in it, it procs all the time, it seems like. And it's the only difference between adding more points is it eventually goes to 100% chance proc, so it's pretty much up all the time, but you don't get any more mana. It's still 25% of your base mana and 1% for everybody else. So I don't really, unless we just need an extra point somewhere. I think 1 point's going to do us plenty good, because that'll get us the 5, and then we can get Crusader Strike finally at level 50. So that'll be nice. So whoops, wrong one. I need to reorganize that. So we are down here in Stranglethorn Vale. We're gonna go get the last piece of the Star of the Hand and the Heart, because I actually did that off screen. I also did the majority of the Badlands stuff just to kind of clean it out of my inventory. And so what, in my head, because I have tried and tried and tried to get an Uldaman group, what I want to do is get a few more things done, get to level 45, and just see how far we can go. Just go in and see how far we can go.
I do most of the cooking at the camp, and it used to be a lot of work until I bought a mechanical cooking pot from a goblin merchant in Booty Bay. The pot is a wonder. It saved me countless hours until it broke. Can you take the pot back to the goblin for me so he can fix it? His name is Krazek.
Okay, so for that quest, I've got my Lesser Bloodstone Ore. That quest is all the way down in Booty Bay, but we'll get there. I think we're just gonna ride down and just go all the way down. We're gonna skip Stranglethorn Vale, surprisingly. I know that seems very strange. I also, what else did I do last for that hour? So basically, what had happened is when I pushed my record button, I actually pushed my pause button and didn't realize it for like 50, 56, 57 minutes. So that was not my best moment. uh, let's see. It seems like I did I do more of, Oh, I did go into South Shore and got the piece for there. From there, the Star of Zelia. And killed... Oh, yeah, in Badlands I did the elite dragons, and I picked up a fire enchant and a few other odds and ends. Come on, you can do it. No! So we're no longer getting mining points from iron, but it still sells pretty good. So I'm probably will continue to hit it if I just happen to see it. All right, here we go. This is really the only one of this quest that actually gives me trouble. See, replenishment went off right away. And this is the tricky part, getting this spirit chaser to chase us without aggroing everything. All right. So we've got a mine slave, a headhunter, and then Moog the Undying. And you just gotta clear as much out as you can. Oh yeah, and our exorcism went up, so yeah, it hits really hard.
It's too far away.
Oh dude, you were like way back there. Okay. Alright, here we go. Of course that. There we go. Yeah. Nothing to it. Yeah, I just didn't feel like doing... I was just split between too many zones, to be honest. Oh, I still can't get true silver? Alright, now on down to Booty Bay, and we'll turn that one quest in, since I've got the bloodstone ore. So we'll go to Uldaman, and even though we can't do the full zone, I can do some of it, I know. Like the necklace part, and we need to go in and get one more urn, and then turn that back in, and then I think he sends us back into Uldaman, but we can't go into the very last boss because you have to have a group to activate those altars to unlock the door. But we're honestly ready for Zul'Farrak and Maraudon, so I mean, when we hit level 45, we'll be able to get all of the quests for Maraudon, and but yeah, I've not seen a lot of groups doing that content. It's I saw some when I very first started playing this character, so yeah, we might just skip dungeons entirely, honestly. I mean, we're leveling really fast, and you know, with our gold finding ability in the auction house, we're doing pretty good. So I think I've been kind of eyeballing some level 68 to 70 gear, or when we get ready to go into Northrend, like some cobalt for tanking, and some other gear. And then of course, you know, you get so much really good stuff right off the bat. And there's always people wanting to do those dungeons. Could do that.
We was splicing the main brace, something fierce off of the Overlook Cliffs. Old hinterlands just in the distance. Thought the seas was going to swallow us whole. Old Slim knows all about liquid courage. Captain had a crate of pupilly verbose port we commandeered from a privateer en route to Stormwind, so when that storm off of hinterlands hit, I busted into the grog. Big wave hit and tossed them bottles overboard. Captain is going to give me a taste of the cat if you don't help me get him back, though.
What's up? Keep it real.
Oh, I see. It's a Krazex crockpot. An ingenious piece of work, but it can break a spring or throw a gear now and then. Let me see what's wrong with this one. Haha. Its steam charger is rusted out, it has a cracked knuckle gasket, and its fobulator is missing teeth. I'm surprised the pot could even boil a turnip in this state. Can I fix it? Of course I can fix it, but there's a price. Oh yes, there is always a price. There is a mountain cave in Dry Whisker Gorge, far to the north in the Arathi Highlands. In that cave is rare ore, bloodstone. The bloodstone in this cave is not of the highest grade, but even low-quality bloodstone is valuable to those with the knowledge to use it. I would like some. I will fix your crockpot, but while I work on it, Bring me samples of bloodstone. Bring me enough, and I'll even give you a bonus. Oh, and if you don't have the skill to mine it, find someone who does.
Keep it real. Glad I could help.
Ah, splendid. That was a big favor you did for me. Here's your payment.
Oh,
Yo. Time is money, friend. Keep it real.
Ah, splendid. That was a big favor you did for me. Here's your payment. While you
There
were
we go.
gone, I fixed the pot you brought me. I even added an extra steam whistle. And look, there's a new chopper at the bottom that'll cut through leg bones. Yes, yes, Krazek's crock pot is a 100% cook pleaser. I'm sure its owner will be satisfied. My cousin Tranrek is in a tight spot. He promised me a load of scarab shells weeks ago, and he hasn't delivered. He's my
That
cousin,
was
so I'd hate to have to send
very
someone to
dumb.
Gadgetson to break something on him. Can you speak to Tranrek for me? Let him know he needs to get
Oh.
that delivery together before I do something rash. Gadgetson is in northern Tanaris in Kalimdor. Yes, I do have something you could do, actually. Lieutenant Doran and his followers up in the north need their regular supplies from us. They haven't been delivered, and with the trolls attacking, I'll need someone to do it. Doran's camp lies northwest of the road at the entrance to Stranglethorn from Duskwood. Give the supplies to Private Thorson. If he's not in the camp, then he'll be patrolling south of it.
okay, so back to
I'll take care of it.
Ironforge.
Mind you, if you fail, you'll owe me restitution. I've gotten
Yeah.
reports of a group
So that's
of
back
hunters that have
in-
set up camp upriver of the Venture Company mining camp on Lake Nazfariti. Now, normally I
Badlands.
wouldn't care, but improbably I
That's
heard
ready
that
to
Emmett
turn in.
Nessingwary was one of the hunters there. He's certainly well connected.
Desolus, Desolus.
And you never can be too safe. Why don't you go check out the camp, adventurer? See what they're about. Baron Revelgaz has had me keep an ear out for rumors of the strange and out of place in Booty Bay and Stranglethorn.
Yeah,
I
I've
don't
just
usually
got
put
stuff
much
all
stock
over the
in ghost
place.
stories, but I heard some sailors in the tavern talking about a haunted island off the coast.
Yeah, this may level us. Some of these are pretty low level. So from here we will go back to Ironforge, turn in the Star of the Hand and the Heart, and then from Ironforge back down to the Badlands. And don't think I've got the Thorium Point flight path yet. No, I guess not. But we can start doing some of the stuff over here as well. Like I said, a lot of this is just being so kind of somewhat new to me again.
So much, adventurer. I hope you were okay in Booty Bay. That place can get pretty rough, and I heard rumors that the goblins will sometimes drag drunk sailors to their slave boats and take them to who knows where, to do who knows what. This is a dangerous place, adventurer. Be careful around here.
Is Private Thorson a traitor?
You need something? See you later. These landmines will help us defend ourselves from that animal Curzon and his men. Thank you for bringing them. If you need further work, I can probably find something for you to do, and you won't have to deal with those goblins, HM. Thank you for saving me, adventurer. I know how this looks, but allow me to explain. I was charged by Lieutenant Doran to re-enlist with Curzon's men so that I might spy on them and bring sorely needed intelligence to the rebels. You saw here what I had thought would be my chance to infiltrate Curzon's compound. I was wrong, and again, thanks for saving me. This was a top-secret mission, so you must tell no one. But if you speak with Doran, he will explain. Yes, what Thorson told you is true. You must be discreet with this. At one time, we rebels were fiercely loyal to Colonel Curzon, but such was Curzon's corruption, our passion twisted into rage. If Curzon knows...
Okay.
Talk to me.
Alright, back to Ironforge. And I will pause the video while we're in flight so you guys don't have to suffer through that. And then we will turn in the Ironforge quest and then back down to the Badlands to do some more grinding. Hold on. Alrighty, we're back in Ironforge. Let's go. Get this turned in, and that will definitely level us for sure.
Talk to me. Be good.
You are resourceful, adventurer. If it truly is your charge to begin a new chapter of our order, then I believe you will run it well.
I
Ding.
have the digest for you, adventurer. I need not tell you to take great care with it, and to keep it far from unfriendly hands. This book holds many truths, and the truth can burn.
It's actually not a bad item. It's only a 5-minute cooldown. It's pretty cool.
As you might know, I collect lore. Oh, lore.
Let's see. Is that... Okay. So, critical strike chance of all judgments by 6%. So that is... But once we've judged something, then that increases by 3 on top of that 6. And then threat reduction, which is nice, especially since we're going to be hopefully doing some dungeons. Critical strike chance of Hammer of Wrath and reduces cooldown of Avenging Wrath, which we don't have yet. 25% of all damage caused bypasses damage reduction, which is really nice. But we'll go with fanaticism. I mean, that's just a straight up damage boost, yeah. So 6%, 10%, and then 12 and 20, and then, yeah, 18 and 30, I guess, yeah. Which is really, really nice. So even more crit. Okay, so now over to... Let's see. Yeah, lock Modan, and then down, and we'll get some turn-ins. A couple more turn-ins.
The Wildhammer dwarves might have fast steeds, but can those airy pink griffins stand the heat of the Great Forge? I think not.
Yeah, I think when we get done with Badlands, which I didn't actually intend on doing much of, we'll probably go up to Arathi Highlands, or the Hinterlands, sorry. I don't know why I said Highlands. And do some of this stuff. course, we can get that, and that's just easy experience there. Yeah, I think the Horde have more quests there, but I also need to go to Tanaris also. Because we've got all of this, which I know I get like a couple of plate items from there. And I mean that's just swimming in easy XP. And then go up there and get that, and then we'll be ready for Zul'Farrak. And I wouldn't mind doing the Zul'Farrak Sunken Temple quest chain to do the Avatar of a Car. That's always a fun quest line. I always enjoy that. And then Shadra, the huge spider. That's always a fun one if you can get somebody to help with the last fight. My herbalism is 243, mining 225. So I'm still getting a lot of, you know, points from getting that. Yeah, and I did all of that stuff by accident. Well, not by accident, but I thought I was recording it. It didn't take that long either. Oh, wait. Let's get that last urn. That should not take too long. Oh yeah, I can clear that. I forgot. Oh, there's one. Okay. Hoo hoo hoo. Really? Yeah, replenishment stays up pretty much all the time, so I don't really think we have to worry about it that much. And that one is, yeah, Prospector Iron Band, back to him. And then we can do Uldaman, see kind of how far we can get solo. We should be able to do pretty well, I think. Or I'm just completely deluding myself and we're going to go in and get wiped on the first group that we pull. Probably that.
Here there. Off with you.
Well done! With luck and diligence, we will find whatever link exists between the Trogs and these ancient artifacts. You have done a great deed for the Prospector's adventurer. Your efforts will not be forgotten, and neither will Agmund. I need a progress report sent to
Oh, that was it?
A
Oh,
progress report and a restatement of my request.
I was hoping it would send us back in to get something else. There's a lot of really good gear that comes out of Uldaman, especially for, you know, like low 40s up to, like low 50s. But there's not a lot of really good quests to go in there. There's the amulet that both sides get. There's like the treasure hunting quests that are actually outside the instance that both sides pretty much get. And then that's kind of it. Like you get the platinum discs at the end, but you know, and that kind of gives you the lore of the place. Which we're doing Uldaman and Ulduar's open, so I mean it kind of connects to that, honestly. So the easiest way to get to the instance is just to come in, jump down, and then straight in. All right. Well, they've got 3k hit points. They're green and gray at the beginning. We got to get down here. Let's juice up. Looking for spider sausage. There we go. Okay. Is it gonna be 2? Yeah. Now, if we do start getting more pulls, we do have repentance, and we can put them to sleep because these guys are humanoids. So. Go on and try that.
I'm out of range.
Need another... There we go. Okay, well that's not too bad. Come on, give me a crit. I wonder if that, when repentance wears off, if it automatically aggroes. Yes, it does. Okay. Well, now we know. Okay. Oh yeah, this is gonna be... Well, okay, I'm not gonna say anything because you just never know what's gonna happen. Oh. Held in offhand, not bad. I'm loving playing the Paladin, guys. You have no idea. Yeah, these are the first bosses that the Horde get to kill in here. Ooh.
It's about time you showed up! I was in danger of losing a bet with Olaf. He wagered that his beard would grow to his knees before he saw another living person. Well, here you are, and as you can see, Olaf's beard has a few more inches to go. Thanks, adventurer. I'll split the winnings with you. Now for the task at hand. There is a secret chamber, the Chamber of Cosmul, that must be explored. The problem is that the chamber's behind a huge locked door. It's a lucky thing I know how to open it. I've described everything in my journal, here on the table. My band and I are stuck here for now. So you, adventurer, must find the Chamber of Cosmul for us. Read my journal, explore the chamber, then report to Prospector Stormpike at the Explorers League in Ironforge.
Okay. I found a method to enter the Chamber of Cosmul. Take the Medallion of Nikiv from my chest, defeat the Trog Revelash in the chamber before the map room, and retrieve the Shaft of Soul. Join the medallion in the shaft into the Staff of Prehistoria. Use the staff in the map room to unlock the door to the Chamber of Cosmul. Alright. So these guys actually drop really good loot if you're a horde. Unfortunately, we are not. There's Revelash, our very first actual boss. He can drop some plate gloves that are actually pretty good. Oh yeah, that's gonna be all of us. Okay. Okay. Well, let's see what we got. Boots of the Boar. Okay. 9, 10, and 8 spirit. But now that I know that I can kill him pretty easily, I can come in and farm those. And I may do that off screen.
Tales of a Paladin. Reading the journal reveals that after much effort, the Paladin had identified the location of all 3 missing gems. The Shadowforge dwarves hid the ruby in their barricaded area as they battled the Trogs for control of Uldaman. The Trogs stashed the topaz in an urn located near some unusual inhabitants of Uldaman, Alliance dwarves. Finally, the Trog elder himself took the sapphire as his own. The Paladin's journal has provided perhaps the only clues that Uldaman will yield as to the location of the necklace's gems. If the Paladin's scribing remains accurate, then the Shadowforge dwarves and the Trogs that vie for control of the dig site will need to be dealt with. Armed with this knowledge, the search for the gems begins in earnest. When all the gems have been acquired, Talvash in Ironforge should be notified via the file of scrying, as per his instructions.
I liked that. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, if we can kill Grimlock, that can give us a chance at a pretty good polearm that's a little bit better than our Grim Reaper. Or maybe? Well, okay. So we go into... Oh, well. I just wasted that spider sausage. So we attach this to that. And then we get like a nice little Indiana Jones Easter egg. Alright, so let's actually look at these. 227, 910, 294, 8, and 8. So a little bit more strength. We'll lose some agility, but we'll gain some spirit. So basically what I would like to do is get some... Because of the boar is strength and spirit, I think it always has stamina, right? Or is it stamina and spirit that's boar, and it's always strength that's on those? I don't know. So you guys think I should farm some better boots? I mean, we could do like falcons, which would be strength and agility, which would be nice. I love that. Now we're really starting to put out some heavy-duty damage. Oh, I didn't see that group there. I walked right past them. Oh yeah, we can equip those now. I mean, we're only losing 4... Yeah, that actually didn't make much difference. But I am going to keep those for my transmog. Ooh, 14k. Yeah, this might not work. Oh, he hits hard. But so do I, apparently. Oh yeah, she's getting... Well, I don't will say I don't think I'm owning her per se. Hmm. All right. Then you just kind of walk in here and you explore it, but there is literally nothing in here. Blizzard, you drop the ball big time. Okay. Oh. Iron Endurium. We don't need. The up here and to the left, I believe that is Rimlock. Think. Oh no, this is the back door. I don't think I need him for anything. Oh. Mithril is already green? Wow. I don't think I need this either. Is there... I wonder if there's a boss in there? Or at least a boss that drops something. Well, let's just look, shall we? Okay. Okay, so Revelash, it's always 10 stamina plus something. So he can drop all of that. He can drop not some great stuff. He just drops that. Ancient, well, Craig Fist would be okay. Defense and then a random enchant. And I think that's where he is in there. That would be nice. That would also be nice. Grimlock's charge. It's about the same. Agility and stamina. That's not bad. And it drops really often. And then Arcades, which we won't be able to get to. Either one of those would have been super nice. I mean, Stone Slayer is just crazy good. Alright, let's go in here. Oh, hello. Yeah, Ancient Stone Keeper. Well, we'll just kill everything at once. How's that? That's way easier than killing them individually. Let's do lion steak. How many hit points he got? 7.5, that's not bad. Can I not cast? Oh, I can't cast. I hated to do that. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright. I can definitely 10 and 11 versus 10 and 11 plus defense. Alright. So basically the exact same thing that we had, except there's defense on them. Alright. Ooh, Earth and Silk Belt. At least I'm getting some mage weave. Yeah, this episode's gonna go over a bit. More mithril. That goes up. We need to go that way. Yeah, pretty much anything. As long as he doesn't drop either one of those, both of those would do us a world of good. We'll get Mr. Firehammer and then in and do Grimlock, and then we'll pretty much be done, I think.
Thorison's beard. Slay them!
I hope this was not a mistake. Okay, I was gonna say, if he runs in fears, I am probably screwed. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, it's the gun. Dang it. Pretty much the only thing I really didn't want. But that is a really good gun if you're a hunter. Okay, now a whole bunch of trogs. I mean, did up there. Yeah, Grimlock is going to be a tough fight. I mean, we could use Repentance. I mean, I'm not forgetting to use it. I just don't think we need to. But we're definitely, when we get into Revelosh, we'll probably have to use it. Because it's Revelosh, a Basilisk, and then I think like 2 more. Like a bodyguard of some kind. Come on, give me a crit there. Oh wait, I've got to go into there to get that gemstone. Dang it. Yeah, it's all the way in the back. Oh, he disarmed me. Well, this is actually a pretty good little farm. Probably a little over leveled, but I mean I can still solo it. I mean, get that and then a plus 12 stamina cloak. That would be really nice. What? Really? Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That was really, really close. uh, those cooldowns were clutch. Yeah, those brawlers enrage, and then they just really, really start punching super fast. Brawler and another Geo, so pretty much the same group again.
Need to get closer.
Oh! What did I misclick there? Did I not hit? Oh, just physical attacks. Oh, I messed up. Alright, hold on. I don't want you to see my walk of shame. Alrighty, we're back down here, and I'm not for sure. Did I pull 4? Is that what had happened? Yeah, those guys just absolutely hammer on you. I think we've got another group exactly like that, and I don't like it. Okay. A Brawler, a Geomancer, and Grimlock. And the Basilisk. So you really have to take that Basilisk out pretty quickly. Let's...
Me, Grimlock, king!
Come on, give me a crit. There we go. Okay, now we're doing it. So we got Grimlock's travel vestments to okay. And there should be oh, the Sapphire, yeah. Yeah, so those are really good. I mean, they're not bad. All right, so we got the gems. Talvash and Ironforge should be notified by the file of scrying. Tavosh image comes into focus from the waters of the scrying bowl. Wow, you're still alive. Did you manage to find the gems? Are you truly the savior of my reputation I have hoped for? Please tell me you didn't waste a charge on the file just to chat. These things are not cheap, and I'm already in dire financial straits.
Yep, those indeed are the 3 gems. Good job. Unfortunately, your work isn't quite over just yet. No, I'm not trying to pull a fast one here, silly adventurer. This is about making magic jewelry. Talvash del Kisel quality level jewelry. You need a strong power source to give it some oomph. Well, that necklace has no more oomph to give. You are going to need to find some oomph for the necklace, and Uldaman is probably the best place for it, actually. I guess there are a lot of constructs running around in there, yeah? Well, take out the biggest, baddest construct in that place and grab its power source. I'm pretty sure I can fuse that source into the necklace. Without that power source, fixing the necklace will be impossible. Come back to me here to Ironforge when you have it, and we'll get it all fixed up for you.
Okay, so now that is the Obsidian, what's his name? Obsidian Sentinel. So I totally planned to not kill him at the beginning. I totally planned that. Alright, so I will meet you guys back toward that front at the back entrance there. Alright, hang on just a second. Alrighty, so we're back here, and then just kill some of these dudes. So the trick with the Sentinel is every little bit he breaks off a piece of himself, and then that starts attacking you. But with Paladin, especially with our improved Retribution aura, this should be pretty cake. He says, even though he just died. There we go. Is that not what I'm supposed to kill? Hmm. Well, I'm not for sure why that didn't give me the power source. Give me just a second, hang on. Okay, so apparently that Questie is wrong on that, or Atlas loot. The Obsidian Sentinel actually doesn't drop that, or Katie's drops it. So unfortunately, we are done in Uldaman. I'm probably going to off-screen maybe some of these bosses, just because it's you know, it's pretty good loot still. But I hope you guys enjoyed that little thing. I know that took a little bit longer than I intended, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. And you even got to see me die, which was nice. And we got 2 upgrades basically. Yeah, the Boots of the Boar, which are okay. I would like to have like Boots of the Bear would be a little bit better, but
Best deals in all of Stormwind, my friend. Won't find any better. Now,
right.
what can I help
And
you?
almost 3.5 gold, which is nice. And plenty of, yeah, that's not gonna sell. Alrighty. Yeah. Yeah, plenty, some mage weave, and yeah, that worked out really well. All expired. Yeah, strength and agility. Oh yeah, the boots of the tiger would work really good. Drag fist of the tiger, that would work really good. Strength and agility, that would be the
Best
bomb.
deals in all of Stormwind, my friend. Won't find any better. Now, what can I help you with?
Alright, so I'm going to go on and call that an episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. And we will be back with maybe some upgrades, maybe another run or 2 into Uldaman. I'm going to keep that quest just in case I can get a group to get me into Uldaman, into the bottom there. And then over to Storm Prospector, Stormpike, and then we'll get through these other stuff turned in, and then we'll decide where to go from there. So I hope you guys will join me, and if you liked it, hit like. If you want to, subscribe and leave a comment. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.